You spend your whole day trying to control things that were never yours to control. A delayed reply, someone's mood, traffic, the weather of other people's opinions, and the one thing that was always fully yours, your own thoughts. You let run wild, unmanaged on autopilot. Notice where your energy actually goes on a hard day. Refreshing a message that hasn't been answered. Replaying what someone said. Trying to control how you should have responded. Worrying about an outcome that depends entirely on other people, other systems, other forces you have zero say in. Almost none of your daily stress comes from things you can actually direct. Nearly all of it comes from trying to grip something that was never in your hands to begin with. There's an old piece of wisdom worth sitting with. We cannot always control our circumstances, but we can control our own thoughts. Read that carefully. It's not saying stop caring or stop trying. It's pointing at something much more specific. Your mind constantly confuses two categories that feel identical but are completely different. There's what happens, the event, other people's choices, results. And there's what you make of it, the meaning, the story, the interpretation running in your head. The event is rarely fully yours to control. The interpretation always is. Most people spend their entire lives fighting for control over the first category, while leaving the one thing they actually own completely unmanaged. Think of two people stuck in the same delayed flight. One spends 3 hours pacing, checking the board every 2 minutes, getting angrier with every update, arguing with staff who have no more control over it than they do. The other accepts the delay in the first 10 minutes, opens a book, makes a call, uses the time. Neither of them controlled the flight, but one of them controlled everything else. Their focus, their mood, their next 3 hours. Same delay. Two completely different experiences because only one of them was managing the thing that was actually theirs to manage. This shows up most painfully in relationships. You can't control whether someone loves you the way you need them to. You can't control their mood, their choices, whether they stay or leave. And yet, so much of the pain in relationships comes from exactly that fight, trying to manage someone else's feelings as if they were a dial you could turn. Here's what most people miss. You were never meant to control their side of it. You were only ever responsible for your side. How honestly you show up, how clearly you communicate, how you choose to respond when things don't go the way you hoped. The moment you stop fighting for control over their half and start actually managing your own, the exhausting tug-of-war quietly ends, not because they changed, but because you stopped grabbing at something that was never yours to hold. So here's what to actually practice the next time something frustrating happens that you can't change. Ask yourself one specific question. Is my energy right now going toward the event or toward my thoughts about the event? If it's the event and you have no real say in it, redirect that energy toward the one thing you can actually manage, what you choose to focus on next, and how you choose to respond. That redirection, done consistently, is the entire practice. And here's the principle worth keeping. Peace was never about controlling more of the world. It was always about correctly identifying the one small piece of it that was ever actually yours to control, and putting your full attention there instead of everywhere else. And right now, there's one small thing fully in your control. that subscribe button. Press it, and more of this, thinking that's actually yours to keep, comes your way.